Morning, everybody. Can I just check? Jen, Liz, down the back, can you hear okay? Yeah, okay, that's great. So, welcome back, everybody. I think it's actually going to get a bit nicer this morning. It's a little bit cooler, but look, we'll get you moving, we'll be active. If you haven't been here for a while, you know the drill. Take it easy, do a child pose, do whatever, join in whatever you want to join in. So, just before we start this morning, I'll just say it again. You see the cameras there, they're not on ye. It's just recording the class for anybody who wants to use it for their home practice. And I'll say to anyone who's doing this at home that, again, we're doing it for the Carrigaline First Responders, and you have the link to their GoFundMe page. So if anybody has donated already, thank you very much. There's been very generous donations. I think we were up to 555 at the last count, so they're delighted with that because it's their only fundraising event or events this year, and they constantly need to be replacing pads for the defibrillators, and there's always maintenance and training for the first responders. So again, if you've donated already, thank you so much, and if you haven't, you might consider it after today's class, or anybody doing this from home can do the donation then. So let's get started. I'm going to start you just seated for a few moments. So come into a comfortable cross-leg position. And we're just going to take the hands lightly onto the chest. So just a little bit of deep chest breathing this morning. So exhale through your nose. And then slowly inhale and draw the breath up until you feel your chest slightly rising with the breath. And then very slowly exhale all the way down to the base of the abdomen. And again, inhale as you open your chest, open your heart. And slowly exhale. So just keep breathing like this for a couple of more rounds. So you can finish your next exhale and then release your hands down. So we're going to swing the legs back and come into child pose, taking the knees wide and the big toes to touch. Sit back on your heels. If you need to, you can curl the toes under to lift the heels a little bit and stretch your arms in front. You can bend the elbows now and relax, or you can fold your hands underneath your forehead if that's more comfortable. So just take a few moments in child pose. From here, slide yourselves forward onto your tummies. Place your hands under your forehead for crocodile pose. So rest the forehead on the back of the hands, stretch the legs back. Now just begin to activate your legs by pressing your feet into the mat and letting your knees lift. So just press the feet as they are, tops of the feet into the mat. And lift your head. Bring your arms nice and wide into a low cobra. So bring the hands out as wide as your mat at least. Rest on your forearms. So keep those legs active and engaged, and just lift the chest and look straight ahead. Keep the shoulders relaxing down. If you need to go lower, slide the hands further forward. So always adjusting for your own back. And then we'll push back into child pose one more time. Sit back. And now come forward onto all fours. So stack your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you exhale, round your back, drop your head, draw your navel in. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, lift the tailbone. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale back to a neutral spine this time. Lovely. Take your right leg back, turn the toes under and stretch. So the foot is on the ground, just stretch back into the heel so you feel a stretch on the hamstrings. Now lift your right leg just to hip level, bend the knee. Point the sole of the foot upwards. You can stay here or you can try taking the left hand forward. Now bring the left hand down and we're going to swing that leg. So you're going to rotate the hip out to the side, flex the foot and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring the right knee down. Bring the left leg back, curl the toes under, stretch into the heel. So you want to feel the stretch all the way down the back of your left leg. Now lift that left leg to hip level, bend the knee, point the sole of the foot upwards. Pressing into your left hand, maybe lifting the right hand, bringing you forward. Right hand down, swivel the left leg out to the side, flex the foot. So try to bring your knee, if you can, almost level with your elbow. For 3, 2, 1, drop the left knee. So we'll just make a few circles around. Change direction. And from here, come back to the center, curl your toes under and lift up into a downward facing dog. So start to work the legs. You can walk the feet in a little bit if you find this the stretch too much. Start to come up and down off your toes. Relax your head and neck. Now bring your right leg back. Bring the right leg up into the air. Now bring the knee in towards the right elbow and let your body kind of come forward a little bit. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Stretch the right leg up and back. And bring the right leg down. Okay, left leg back into the air. Left knee in towards the left elbow and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Stretch the left leg back. Bring the left foot down. Lovely. So in your own time, bend your knees and walk your feet forward to behind your hands. So keep the knees deeply bent and bring the hands to the back of your calves and just let your head and neck release. Give the head a little shake. Nod it. Anything to release the neck. Hands onto the hips, press into the feet, and we'll come up to standing. Lovely. So stand with your feet a good hip distance or even the width of your mat, so as wide as you like. And we're going to start with dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder. Now if you want to, you can take the right hand over and very gently, now don't kind of tug your head or your neck, just very gently let the weight of the head come to the right. And slowly bring it back to center. So other side, just let the head drop first to the left, and then if you want to, bring the left hand over towards your left ear. And slowly come back up, release. So we'll bring the chin towards the chest. Bring the head up and gently back, not too far back, just look up at the sky. Chin in towards the chest. Head up and back. And slowly come down. So we'll just turn to look over the right shoulder, again nice and slowly. Back to the front and to the left. And back to the front. So take your hands in front, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms up, press up towards the sky. So as you do this now, press your feet into the mat and engage your legs. So begin to lift the kneecaps, engage thigh muscles, engage the bandus, so draw the navel in and really stand tall. Release the hands out and this time take them behind, interlace the fingers behind, lift your chest, but try to tuck your navel and slightly tuck your tailbone. Bend your knees deeply and we're just going to fold over the legs. Now you can keep the hands down or you can let them come up and let your head and neck release. And then once again, press into the feet, keep the knees bent. Slowly come up, release your hands. And we'll just roll the shoulders out a few times. And the other direction. And just shake the hands, give the feet a little bit of a shake. And we're going to come to the top of the mats. So feet are still hip distance apart now, hands on the hips, and we're going to rock from heels to toes. Just waking up the feet a little bit now. And then come up onto the balls of your feet, not too high, and raise the hands. Try and balance here. And then slowly come down, lower the hands. One more time. Inhale, lift onto the balls of the feet, lift the arms. Oops. Try and get a level spot underneath your mat. And slowly down. Okay, we're going to start a few sun salutations to get us warmed up. So again, come to the top of your mats, spread your toes. You can bring the big toes to touch, or you can have a little bit of space between the feet, whatever feels most comfortable. So really snuggle the feet down into the mat, spread the toes, engage those legs again. So you want to lift the kneecaps, engage the thigh muscles, engage your bandhas. Bring the hands to the heart center, roll the shoulders back and down, and begin your Ujjayi breath. So you're just breathing through the nose into the upper chest as we work through the standing poses. So just establish your breath before you begin. Bring the hands down. Inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold over bent knees. Inhale, flat back, look out. Hands to the mat and step back into plank. Dropping to your knees, to your chest, to your chin. Come all the way down onto your belly. Bring the hands wide like we did before with the elbows bent. Lift the head and chest, so a very low cobra. Now, what you could try here is just lift your hands away. Now, you're very low here, but just lift the hands for a moment. Bring them back. Push back up onto your hands and knees. Curl the toes under to a downward dog. So step your feet hip distance. Walk them in a little bit if you need to. Spread your fingers. Release your head and neck. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step your right and your left foot up. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhaling back into Tadasana. And again, inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping to knees, chest, chin. Or this time you can come into Chaturanga or Cobra. And up into upward dog or Cobra. Roll over the toes. Come into a downward facing dog. Just staying with your breath here now. Exhale fully. As you inhale, look forward. Step the right and the left foot up. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So come back to the top of the mat if you found that you've kind of drifted back. Bend your knees. Sweep your fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhaling Cobra or Upward Dog. Roll over your toes to Downward Dog. Take the right leg back. Bring the knee in. Right foot forward. Turn the left heel in and come up. So bring your hands to your hips. Sweep your arms up as you inhale. Bring your hands now into cactus arms. So just open the chest here, palms facing forward, just drawing those shoulders slightly back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping back to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or upward dog. Exhale to a downward dog. Left leg back. Knee in. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in. And come up. So get yourself steady here. Inhale, arms up. Warrior one. Hands to cactus, open the chest. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Roll over your toes and come into a downward dog. Or taking child pose now if you need to just breathe. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees deeply. Sweep your fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. And exhaling back into Tadasana. Back to the top of the mats. Bend the knees again. Sweep the hands against the mat, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Roll over your toes to a downward dog. Right leg back. Knee in. Right foot forward, swivel the left heel in and come up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. This time we'll take the hands behind and interlace the fingers. Lift the chest. And then in your own time, folding into a humble warrior. So you're folding over a bent front knee, dropping the head towards the shin. Release your hands to the mat and step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Exhale to a downward dog. Left leg back. Knee in. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in and come up. So again, just square your hips a little more if you can. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers, lift your chest. Inhale, exhale, come forward. So if this is stressing your shoulders, take the hands onto your lower back. Release the hands, step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog or child pose. 5 breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward, step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Sweep the fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So you might like to just stand quietly, take a breath, eyes closed. So you should all be feeling a little bit warmer at this stage. So we're going to step to the front of the mats again. Hands onto the hips. I'm going to have my right foot forward and step back with my left foot. Not too wide, not too long a stance. And then walk your right foot out a little more to the right. Inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, we're going to soften the front knee and bend forward. Bring your hands down if you can to the mat, or if not, just take the hands onto your shin or your calf to come into pyramid pose. Now if you're struggling here, walk the back foot in even a little more if you need to. Now try to release your head. So anybody who wants to straighten the front leg and draw the right hip back, go ahead and do that. And if it's more comfortable, you'd like to keep the front knee bent, that's perfectly okay too. Now from here, we're going to move into reverse trikonasana. So keep your left hand inside your right foot and bring your right hand onto your right hip, and then maybe lift up that right arm. Now you can stay with the hand on the hip if that's, again, if it's too much. Now bring the right hand down, soften the right knee, and we'll stay down and just change the feet around. So if you step your left foot forward and your right foot back. And again, not too long a stance. Walk the left foot out a little more towards the left. And again, fold forward over your left leg. So you're in pyramid pose to start with. It's a good prep for reverse trikonasana. So now walk your right hand closer to your left foot, but keep it on the inside of the left foot. Take your left hand onto your lower back. So just checking here too that the hips are more or less level. And then begin to twist to your left. And eventually maybe you'll take that left hand up into the air. If you're struggling with the balance, maybe look down at the left foot. And then bring your left hand down. Bend your left knee and step your right foot up to your left. And with both knees bent, place your hands on your hips and slowly come up to a standing position. Lovely. Come back to stand at the top of your mats once again. And now we're going to step out wide, and I'm just going to come over here. So step wide, turn your right foot out and your left foot in. Inhale the arms up. Now we're coming into trikonasana. We did reverse trikonasana, so now we're doing regular trikonasana. Extend over your right leg, right hand down, left hand up. Again, anyone needs to soften that right knee, please do. Either look straight ahead, look down at the ground, or possibly looking up. But only look up if your neck is not strained here. And then bringing your left hand onto your hip, slowly come up. Keep the left hand on the hip and bring the right hand up and over to reverse. And then slowly bringing the right hand down, turn the feet forward and we go to the left. So left foot out, right foot slightly angled in. Inhale, both arms up. Extend to your left now, so get a nice long extension, left hand down, right hand up for trikonasana. Softening the left knee for anybody that needs to, and bring your hand to wherever is appropriate. So it might be the shin, it might be the ankle. Don't overstretch here. And then bring your right hand onto your hip, slowly come up, bring the left hand up and over your head, stretching in the opposite direction. And slowly coming back. Hands on the hips, turn both feet forward. So from here, we're going to turn the right foot out again and the left foot in. Bend into the right knee. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and look along your right arm for warrior two. So really bend deeply into that right knee, but make sure the knee is tracking over your foot and not rolling in. Draw the shoulder blades slightly closer to each other to open your chest. Hands onto hips. Straighten the right knee and turn the feet forward. So turning to your left, left foot out, right foot in. Bend the left knee. Again, track that knee over the foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and look along the left arm. So really sink into it. Keep those shoulders moving back and the chest nice and open. And breathe. And straightening the left knee, bring the hands down, bring the feet forward. So maybe going a little wider with the feet for a wide leg forward bend. Turning the big toes just slightly in. So you can see what that does. It just levels the outer feet that they're parallel. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale as you fold. So just fold halfway and drop the hands under your shoulders. Move the weight slightly forward out of the heels. Now if you need to bend your knees here, bend the knees just to get the fingertips to the ground. You can stay here, or you can begin to walk the hands back towards your feet, dropping your head, tucking the chin. And now walk the hands forward once again. So staying on the fingertips or the hands, just begin to bend from side to side. So bending the right knee and the left and the right and left. And one more time to each side. Come back to center. Now bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, exhale fully, and then take a nice slow inhale as you bring yourself back to a standing position. Lovely. And now you can walk the feet, heel toe the feet back towards each other and come back to the front of your mats. Everybody okay still? We're just about okay, I think, with the weather. So come back to the top of your mat, hands to your heart center. Now we're going to try a little bit of balancing. So if you feel you want to step off the mat, do, or just try and find a spot that's not too uneven. And we'll just do tree pose. So stepping the weight into the right foot, bend the left knee. Hug your left knee up. And then you can either stay here with the right hand out, or you can begin to bring the foot to the calf or the ankle, or maybe up into the thigh. This morning. And bring both hands out. We'll just bring the hands straight out this morning. This is fine, or you can bring the hands back to heart center, whichever you prefer. And then very slowly release and stretch out. I think I need to find somewhere a bit more level. So weight into the left foot. Hug the right knee up and take the left hand out. So, you know, right here now you're balancing. So if this is where you're staying this morning, perfect. Or if not, bring the foot either to the ankle, to the calf, or maybe up into that thigh. Pressing the heel right into the upper thigh. Bring both hands out, or bring both hands to heart center. Just focus for a moment. And slowly release, stretch, shake the legs, shake the arms. Well done. Come to the top of your mats, hands to heart center. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, fold over bent knees. Step back into downward facing dog. Stretch out for a moment, so bend and straighten the knees. Lift up and down off the toes. And now drop onto your knees. So we're going to do a few yoga push-ups. So we cross the ankles. Now you can keep the feet down if you like. We're going to angle the hands so that it's like your middle fingers are facing towards each other. So the hands are angled inwards. Now you can stay with the feet on the ground, or if you have no knee issues, you can lift the feet. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows and imagine bringing the center of your chest towards the floor. You're not going to touch the ground, and then pushing all the way back up to straight arms. This is great for toning those outer arms. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going. Just do a few more. Okay, last one. Unless anybody wants to just keep going, you know, these people who do like 50. Drop your feet and bring yourself into a child pose once again. Sit back, hands under the forehead or arms alongside the body this time. Just relax. So when you're ready, you can come forward once again onto your bellies. We'll bring the hands in front into that wide version. Activate the legs once again. So you're lying down, bring your forehead down to the floor or to the ground first. Activate the legs, press into the feet, let the kneecaps lift. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest. So just come into the nice low cobra. And slowly come down. Now, for anybody who wants to come up a little higher, bring the hands down closer to your shoulders. Keep the elbows tucked in close to your rib cage. And as you push into the hands, slowly lifting. So we're not actually pushing. You should be able to still lift your hands away. It's your back that's doing the work. But if you find this is too much, again, come forward and just do a lower version of cobra. But if you can do this one, it's great for strengthening the back. And then bring your hands in front. Come back to a crocodile pose. Rest your forehead on the back of your hands. And you can just let the legs relax for a moment. So let the feet flop. Let the legs be heavy. Now lift your head. This time bring your hands all the way in front, nice and wide. And we're just going to press into the hands, and it's a very low lift. It's seal pose. So again, activate your legs, and you won't come up very high, but you're just stretching the hands out, spreading the fingers, and looking straight ahead. And lower your head again. This time bring your hands down by your side, palms facing in towards your thighs. Head on the mat. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest. Lift your arms. Maybe interlace the fingers and lift a little higher. Staying here, or finally lifting the legs for Salabhasana, another good back strengthener. And then lower the feet, lower the arms, lower the head, and hands under the forehead again. Relax the feet, relax the legs. Push back up onto your knees and come back through child pose just for another few moments. Again, you can rest the hands under the forehead. And then sit back to your heels, roll over onto your side, and we'll come to sit in Tadasana. So stretch the legs out in front. Place your hands maybe beside or just behind your hips. Roll your shoulders back and sit nice and tall. So just sit for a moment in your Dandasana. And then we're going to bend the right knee, take the right foot to the inside of the left leg. And we're going to take that left leg out a little wider this morning and tuck your foot in. Sliding your left hand now along your left leg. So just come into this nice and easy. And then we'll take the right hand up, maybe just up to here, maybe over your head. If you want to keep going, if anybody can bring the hand down towards the foot, but just go to whatever. It's a nice side stretch, so just take it to whatever level, just gives you a nice stretch. Breathe into it. And then slowly coming back up. Bring the right hand down, stretching out your right leg, and we'll do the left. So left foot in, and again walk the right foot out a little wider and tuck the left foot in against your thigh. Begin to slide that right hand down. If you can grab the toes, great. If not, just take any part of the leg. And then inhale, take the left hand up, maybe just to here, or maybe continue to stretch it over your head. And then slowly coming back up, straighten out the left leg. So we'll come into a couple of twists. So bending the right knee, take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, sit tall, right hand behind. Inhale, left hand up, and wrap it around the right knee as you twist to your right. So try not to let the right hip go back. Try to keep the hips facing forward and let the twist happen from your waist. So that's where you should be feeling it mainly, is in the waist area. Again, breathe into it. Inhale, come back to the front, and we'll just reverse the twist. So this time take the left hand behind you, take the right hand and bend the elbow, and just create a little bit of traction between the right knee and the right elbow as you twist back to your left. That's it. So it's a nice open twist. And inhale, come back to the front. Release your right leg. Bend your left knee, step your left foot across to the outside of your right leg. Sit tall, so you might like to hold the shin and sit nice and tall. Left hand behind. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, wrap it around the knee and twisting to your left now. So be careful with your neck. You don't need to turn the neck extremely. You can keep your chin over your chest if that's more comfortable. The twist is all around the waist area mainly. That's where I want you to feel it. So it's putting a little bit of pressure on those internal organs, helping to detox them. Inhale, come back to the front. Take the right hand behind and the left elbow connecting with the left inner knee, and twist to your right this time. So a nice easy twist. Okay, inhale back to the front, straighten out the left leg. So bring the feet out in front. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now, I don't want you to bring them in too close. Just keep them out a little bit away from the body, because we're just going to come into a side stretch. So, placing the right hand out away from you, bend into it. Maybe if you can come down onto the elbow and bring the left hand over. Stretching that left hand, straighten out the arm if you can. And now to the other side. So arm well out away from you, right hand up and over. And slowly come back and gently draw your knees together. Okay, a little bit of Navasana next, so hug the knees in. Lift your feet and place your hands underneath your knees. Draw your chest towards your thighs. I know everybody loves this one. And if you're steady here, release the hands alongside your legs. If you want to, you can keep holding on to the backs of the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Just give yourself a little hug. Drop the head, hug the shins. And in your own time now, roll yourself onto your back. Hug your knees in and have a little rock around on the lower back. Okay, from here, hug your right knee in and stretch your left leg out. You might like to keep the left foot just slightly off the ground. It's just hovering above the ground as you hug the right knee in. Now drop the left foot to the ground. Stretch the right leg up and support the back of the leg, wherever that is for you. So back of the knee, calf, ankle, or maybe holding your right big toe. Draw the right leg to you. And then bend the right leg, hug it in, and stretch the right leg out as you hug the left knee in. So hug your left knee, stretch your right leg out and lift that right heel just an inch off the ground if you can. Drop the right foot to the ground, stretch the left leg up. Take the back of the knee, calf, ankle, or left big toe as you draw the left leg towards you. And then bend the left knee, hug the left knee in for a moment and stretch it out. Bend both knees now, feet on the mat. Bring your arms out wide at shoulder level. Shift your hips to the right and drop both knees to the left. Letting your head gently roll back to the right, so you're looking along your right arm. Come back into the center. Shift the hips now to the left, drop both knees to the right and let your head turn to the left. And take the knees back to center. So we're just going to try just a final stretch, banana asana. This always seems to cause confusion, but stretch your legs out first. So straighten out your whole body and bring your hands up over your head behind you. So the whole body is straightened out. Now, walk your feet a little bit to the left. Shift your hips to the right and then bring your arms over to the left as well. So you're making that crescent or banana shape and you should feel a nice stretch on the right side of your body. Lovely. Great, everyone. And now we're going to go to the other side. So bring yourself back to center first. Begin to walk your feet over to the right, your hips to the left, and then your hands and your upper body to the right as well. So the stretch is on the left side of your body now. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Bring the arms down, bend the knees, hug the knees in and just have a little rock from side to side. And then coming on to your side, just get yourselves ready for Shavasana. So I would suggest maybe putting on a few layers because you'll cool down quite quickly. So once you're ready, lie down onto your mat and take a few moments into a comfortable Shavasana. So if you have to wriggle around a little bit to find that sweet spot, do that. So just relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your arms away from your body. Now you have an option to straighten the legs and bring the feet wide, or bend your knees. Take the feet wide and let the knees just drop in towards each other. This is really nice for the lower back. And I'm aware that there's a lot of different sounds and sensations around, but just acknowledge them for a moment and then withdraw into yourself, just concentrating on your body and your breath. Softening your face, relaxing the back of your head, your scalp, your lips, your chin. So completely relax the jaw. This is somewhere we hold quite a lot of tension. Once again, just drop the shoulders a little more. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Relax your wrists, palms, backs of the hands, and your fingers. Relax your chest, your rib cage, your upper abdomen, and your lower abdomen. Relax all of your spine from the base of your neck to your tailbone. Relax your pelvis. And now let the relaxation flow down through the thighs to the knees, the backs of the knees, the shins and calves, ankles, heels, soles of your feet, tops of your feet, and all the way into your toes. Feel that your whole body is completely at rest. Being aware now of your breath slowing down. Just by lying down and relaxing, your breath will automatically begin to slow. So just for a few moments, be with your breath. Just notice. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force it. Just be aware of the breath. And now be aware of feeling grounded, feeling steady and strong. Know that you have enough, that you are enough. That right now you are just where you need to be. And just let the mind and the body rest for the next few moments. And now slowly let your awareness come back to your surroundings. Just keeping the eyes closed, become aware of the sounds around you, gradually expanding your awareness. Being aware of any sensations that you can feel. You can feel the air moving over your body, the earth beneath you. And then begin to introduce some movement into your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Gently turning your head from side to side. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead, stretch your legs out. Exhale as you bring the arms back down, draw the knees into you, rocking gently from side to side, eventually bringing yourself over onto your right side and taking 3 deep breaths. And in your own time, slowly come to seated. If possible, with your eyes still closed, bringing your hands at the heart center. So have your thumbs towards the center of your chest as you inhale deeply. And exhale. And one more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you all once again for coming. And just to remind you, if you arrived late, we're still supporting Carrigaline First Responders, and the GoFundMe page is still there for anybody who hasn't donated. As I say, for those of you that have, you've been very generous and thank you very much. So I'm not here next week, I'm away next week, and I'm not sure what's happening. The hotel have been on to me, so we're hoping to be back in a few weeks' time, but we'll have to wait for the latest guidelines, obviously. So I'll keep in touch with you all anyway and let you know. If in early September we get a nice morning, I might just decide to have another outdoor class. Sometimes Wednesdays, September can be really nice. So we'll play it by ear. I'll keep you posted. And thanks once again for coming. Thanks, everybody.